A month I have been looking forward to, very excited, and specifically collecting some stories to make this happen. Women in Translation Month for August. Let's talk about it today.
Oh, there's so many authors on here that I haven't read before. I'm so excited because it's like tasting a new candy when you get, you're going to love it. Unless it has banana flavor, but yeah, give me the new ones. Hit
awkward me. For Miss Yoshimoto this month, right?
Oh no, oh, that's not new though. Give me new candy. Hit me with the new candy first.
Now, some of these we have already recorded a few for because I think some of you may know July was a weird month for us. We took 2 weeks off. So we kind of slammed a bunch in June to keep content going in July, and we did a couple a week before or so to kind of get some content going in early August. But we are very excited to talk about this because if you didn't know, I don't have the stat in front of me. I remember reading this online, but now it's completely BS without, a source. But there was a stat that I read that said that in terms of book sales in America specifically, I'm sure it's higher in Europe just because of how many different languages there are in proximity. But in America, only 3% of books that are sold are translated, are books that were in translation, if you will. And that's kind of sad because that's translations as a whole. That's not just women. Women is still going to be a lower number than that 3%. So what a great idea to dedicate a month to jumping into maybe some things that you haven't read before.
I'm excited because this is, I think, the perfect opportunity, and it gives a platform for us to promote this. So maybe we can start getting, more people encouraged to be able to read, have more diversity because it makes you a better, well-rounded person and allows you to, I think, better be a better debater, reader, analyzer, all that stuff. It's going to make you stronger in so many different ways.
So we said in the beginning of the year, we are going to continue to explore Latin and as well as Japanese literature. So we thought this would be a great month to kind of explore some of those authors a little bit further. So we have been working through the Oxford book of Japanese short stories, as well as the Penguin book of Japanese short stories. So you'll see in fact, all of our selections, I think, are coming from one of these two books. And we're going to continue to explore the collections over the next few years. Now, additionally, we have the Clarice Lispector short stories that we're going to be doing, as well as a novel that we got to be talking about today. You excited for this?
Oh, I am excited. Oh, yeah.
So just a quick housekeeping note. I want to talk about our novel discussion videos here real quick. So traditionally, our structure for short story talks and novels have been the exact same, right? The intro, the publication, the plot, the analysis, the wrap up. Like it's the same format for the Codex Cantina for all of these. And I'm starting to realize that there might be a chance for improvement here. So something that we're going to work on is our videos like on books. So Sunshiro, for example, here that we did here a couple months ago. I really want people to hear what our reaction is, maybe what the taste of Sunshiro is, instead of just doing straight, boom, spoiler talk right away. So we're going to restructure our novel talks. So our novel talks are now going to feature kind of like a spoiler-free section up front, where we really want to give you guys like the flavor and idea of this novel and really kind of let you make your own decision of, is this something that might intrigue you? If talking to two literature guys, is this something that kind of resonated with them? Why or why not? But we thought like this shift could help engage you guys a little bit more on finding novels that might be of interest to you.
I love this idea. I think it's great that we as a channel are kind of growing and that we found what I think works really well for short stories is an ideal or perfect for the novels. And this way we can break up the novel video in kind of two pieces for, people that have read and haven't read. And speaking of novels, let's go ahead and talk about what novels are we going to be reading this month.
So first up is #Faulkner in August 2021. Okay. Brian, Alan, Bookish, Big Hard Books and Classics, great channels. They're putting together the Boxer group again and have foolishly invited us and allowed us to kind of infiltrate their ranks. But we're going to be doing Sanctuary by William Faulkner because we do a William Faulkner read every August for Faulkner in August, and this year it's Sanctuary, which is kind of like, I guess it's a crime noir. Is this our first? No, Reavers was our first Faulkner read on this channel, but I had never read it before. This will be the next Faulkner. All the other Faulkner books I've obviously read. This one I've never read before, so this will be new to me as well. So this will be an exciting challenge for us.
I think I have this one.
The physical book? Look at you.
I have the actual book. It's on my shelf back there.
Now, what we need to talk about too is also what we're going to be doing about the As I Lay Dying, because that was something that I did back in March. I did it again in April, and I needed my crypto. I need my crypto. I don't feel comfortable without my crypto in those stories. Like those you have to talk through. You have to talk through Faulkner, I feel like. So
Agreed.
we'll figure out what we're doing with As I Lay Dying. It hasn't died, like, but keep in mind that that's in our background and we haven't forgotten about it, and we will not give up on that one. But we've also got The Man from Glengarry, which is the page 112 challenge that we did, where it was a Canadian writer that we selected. And Sean's like, hey, you guys want to read Canadian literature? Like, that'd be nice, right? Like,
yeah. Let's cram it in August. We're not doing anything else.
We're not doing anything else in August. So we're going to cram that one in. So we'll have like a live chat with Sean. So not the usual, I don't know. I'll show up and all I know is maybe Sean's got 12 pages of notes. Who knows? We'll see. But I think that's going to be, I think this is going to be more conversational, right? Like, let's talk through this book. Let's see what it means. And let's have some fun with that one.
Okay.
Now we're going to talk about one of these novels for Women in Translation Month. Hold on for that, your hat for that one. And then we've also got, if you've been following this channel, you know why we selected it. I don't really want to go into too much detail right now, but we're going to be doing I Am a Cat by Natsume Soseki, just kind of in the background over time. I don't know if that's going to be a full analysis video, or I don't know if it's just going to be kind of more of like a book for me, but there's a very specific reason why I am kind of choosing to read I Am a Cat now. I've been planning on this for a little bit of a while, and the time's now to read it, unfortunately.
And Soseki, amazing author, so can't go wrong there. I'm excited for that one, and hopefully it'll be good for you. And if nothing else, we'll just do a conversational approach.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I think with time, it might be very much different. Let's move into the Women in Translation Month, because that is the meat and potatoes of what we've been looking forward to here.
All right, hit me. Let's do it.
All right, so first up, probably what we're most excited for, boom, The Hour of the Star, the final novel by Clarice Lispector.
Ooh, give me the synopsis.
Is that, but isn't that kind of unfair? Like, are Clarice stories ever about plot? Like, it has nothing to do with that. I mean, it's about a girl. Okay, so it's narrated, I believe, by a man, and he has a very pejorative look at this girl. And the girl is poor, maybe arguably doesn't know better, but she's happy. She doesn't realize the state that she's in, that the man thinks she ought to realize.
Bliss and ignorance.
Yeah, a little bit of that. And actually, maybe let me read this first line to you, because I've always thought the first line was rather engaging. All the world began with a yes. One molecule said yes to another molecule, and life was born.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is one of those ones that just came at the tail end of her life. So we did the first novel of hers, Near to the Wild Heart, and now we're doing the final one, Hour of the Star, another Clarice novel coming up later this year, but we're going to be doing that one. Now let's talk about some of the short stories that we're doing, because we got a ton of short stories, like we said, from the Japanese collections. But first, I'm also going to be doing another Clarice story with our friend Lezlie called A Chicken, which is a quick, 5-6 page story that's actually quite funny. It's kind of like a children's myth, if you will, a little fairy tale, if you will. It's very enjoyable.
What else? What else you got for us?
Now, when it comes to the Japanese authors, we're really diving deep into this. We're doubling down on this one. We're going to have a new to us author. Okay, we've already recorded one of her stories. We need to record another one here, but it's by Tsushima Yuko.
Oh yeah, I remember this story. This was good. I was so confused when I read the title, the very strange enchanted boy. Didn't I read it wrong the first time? Or I texted it to you wrong.
So we're doing A Very Strange Enchanted Boy, as well as Flames by Tsushima Yuko. Now, we were betrayed with Flames, as usual, with Penguin. Did us dirty, just like they did with Sunshiro. Now, we upgraded Sunshiro to do the whole novel. Flames, we don't have the time. We just need to stick with that title story. But it is a short story, if you will, that was collected. It's kind of like a short story cycle called Territory in Light. So we're doing the Flames chapter that was in the Penguin book, and A Very Strange Enchanted Boy is from the Oxford book by her. Now, she's the daughter of Osamu Dazai, who our friend Jack just covered. A very good story by him that we'll be doing later on. But a very famous Japanese writer. Here comes his daughter, who is not going to live in his shadow, right? She stands on her own and is very strong when it comes to her writing.
Yes, she does. Yeah. No, she holds her weight there for sure.
All right. Now, an author we have not read yet, I know nothing about her, to be honest, is Taeko Kono, I believe is how it's pronounced. We're doing a story by her called In the Box, which I think
What's
that's
in the
one
box?
What's in the box from the Penguin book. And then the Oxford collection, we have Toddler Hunter. I've heard that by title, so I think that's actually well anthologized and studied, but it's new to us. I know nothing about the author or these stories, so it'll be explorative for us to kind of jump into her writing.
Yes, give me the new. I love reading new authors. It's always such a joy because you never know what you're going to get, and then you get to add that to your utility belt. You get to add that to your repertoire to be able to compare and use and quote. It just, you got to feed your brain. All right, hit me with more. What do you got?
Now, up next, we have Yoko Ogawa, which we have read a story by her before, which was The Memory Police. But let me challenge you with this one. Correct me if I'm wrong. You've only read that novel by her. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, that's the only thing of hers that I've ever read.
I've read 2 others from her. Every single one would have no idea it was the same author. I don't know if that's a plus. I don't know if that's a minus for you. I think it's interesting because every single thing that she has put out has been so different from the other. I've never read a short story by her. The others were novellas and another novel. So this one I'm very excited to get to, but it's The Tale of the House of Physics, which is from the Penguin book of Japanese short stories.
So 2 things. 1, can't stand physics, struggled with that. 2, I indeed do love when authors are able to basically reinvent themselves and they don't have to go back to their same old shtick, and because they can only write one thing and they're able to almost make it feel like they're a completely different author or person writing this story. I think it adds a lot of credibility to their to them as an author.
Now, the next one, I am doing another short story with Lezlie to get her perspective from a female perspective for Women in Translation Month. We're doing Dreaming of Kimchee by Banana Yoshimoto. I'll put a link to her channel down below. We're going to have, pretty good time talking about those videos. But let's move into, actually, we have one more short story. We have A Painful Case by James Joyce from Dubliners. I mean, obvious.
Can't
quick
go wrong
win
there, right?
Yeah. But we also have to do the August Patreon read. I don't know what that's going to be. I think you have to give the selection to the patrons to select or something like that. I don't know how we're going to do that just yet, but I think you have your plan for that, right?
Oh, yeah. So this is where we get our one lucky contestant on the Wheel of Destiny, and that individual will get to help us decide one of our short stories that we'll get to read for August. So if you are in the $5 category, you will get help leading our destiny and our education into the world of literature. So if you're able to help out, we appreciate that. If not, that's okay too. But if you want some choice in what we're going to read, sign up.
Guys, thank you so much for helping us in supporting this channel. It's been really awesome pushing ourselves, and we're going to continue to do that and even further and harder as we go into the future. If you are looking to have a conversational approach to literature, guys, hit that subscribe button to join us on the journey as we post videos every Monday and Thursday. Let's talk about some women in translation this month.
Peace.